Okay, so in terms of output, we are familiar with the ANOVA output in R. The only difference now is that if we have more than one predictor, then what we will get is different values of the explained and unexplained variation. And for example, just to give you an idea, in this case, age is one numeric predictor, so it contributes 1 degree of freedom to the model degrees of freedom, and out of the total variation, it contributes this much. Okay, so it can explain about that much. Um, what that means right there is that if we sum up all of these variabilities, let's say this number up here, the 2 million plus the 1 million here plus the 560 of the unexplained, that would give us the total value. Now the variable age can contribute that much, which is the one that contributes the most. uh, if you had to just what that means is that if you only have to keep one predictor, of course you would use age because it's the one that actually explains the most variation on the price. Second is the number of bidders. It explains probably about almost as much as age, but doesn't get there. It contributes 1 degree of freedom to the model degrees of freedom. Um, and actually, we can see that the two together have, and if we get sort of the output, we can see that together they can contribute a large percentage of the variability of the price. Okay, so this is SSR, the explained variation of the variable age, and this is SSR, the explained variation of the number of bits. So each one of them has its own SSR, and then right below is the SSC value, the unexplained. Now, the unexplained variation has its own degrees of freedom, and remember, these degrees of freedom is going to be the number of observations minus k plus 1. Okay, and this up here is the degrees of freedom of a model. That combined, this is equal to 2. You can actually sum up the two SSRs to get like a total SSR. If you sum up the age and the number of bidders SSRs, you would get what we call the total SSR. And again, that's where we are actually going with the next slide.